For more than 20 years, there's been a federal law that requires equal access to public places for people with disabilities. The Americans with Disabilities Act serves a worthy cause, but there's no police force to make sure those requirements are followed. 6 on Your Side consumer reporter Dawn Dare talks with a disabled man who gets action, but his tactics left one restaurant manager with a bad taste in his mouth.
Mario Navarro offers authentic Mexican cooking at his restaurant in Farragut. He's been a popular chef at several Knoxville restaurants for a decade. He owns and operates Mexico Cantina, but he's worried about its future. In early January, he was sued for violations of the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA. The plaintiff is Michael McGrath, who has muscular dystrophy. He visited the restaurant in May of 2012 and claims he was denied safe and equal access. Mr. Navarro says people with disabilities use his restaurant daily. He says there's never been an ADA complaint in the 3 years his place has been open. But Michael McGrath says he had trouble navigating in the men's room during his visit.
When I got in there, I found out there was no accessible stall that I could fit into.
The stall in the men's room, he says, was too narrow to maneuver his chair. So Michael had to go to his car where he keeps an emergency urinal.
I had to leave and just go outside. You know, there was no equal access.
What do you remember about Mr. McGrath?
No, I don't remember Mr. McGrath. I don't know who's this person, really.
He didn't come up to you?
No, never.
What did I say to the owner? I never actually talked to the owner.
Did you talk to any of his workers there?
About the accessibility, no, I did not.
Mario says if Mr. McGrath had talked first, he could have had the ADA deficiencies changed last year, like the ramp that leads to the restaurant entrance. It's too steep for a wheelchair. Or the 2 parking spaces that don't have adjacent access aisles. Mr. Navarro says the lawsuit is financially draining.
Really, I'm thinking better close my business for this. It's too much big situation for me.
Court filings show since 2009, Michael McGrath has sued half a dozen restaurants, both in Knoxville and Nashville, as well as Thompson Bowling Arena at the University of Tennessee. He's used the same attorney from Alabama who specializes in ADA cases.
You know, I don't like to do it, but, you know, it's part of how the ADA is enforced.
Under the ADA, only people with disabilities can sue a business for equal access. You said you're not out for financial gain here.
Oh, no way. No, never. Now, it is true, you know, the lawyers do get paid, but the plaintiff, no. I don't get any money at all. I'm not allowed to. It's against the law.
The Disability Resource Center in Knoxville has a team that checks restaurants for ADA violations. Director Lillian Birch showed us a survey of 24 ADA requirements used to help restaurants become compliant.
Well, we send them a letter to let them know what's wrong, and if they need assistance with us to help fix the issue, we will help them figure out what to do to fix the issue.
Michael McGrath believes the Resource Center's surveys are ineffective because he says there is little follow-up. At the Resource Center, 36 restaurants have been made aware of their deficiencies over the last 2 years. Mario Navarro is now working with an architect trying to resolve the ADA discrepancies, hoping the fixes are within his budget.
Yeah, I want the place to be accessible for other people that come after me.
With the ADA enacted in 1990, Michael McGrath says businesses should know the rules by now. Dawn Dare, 6 on Your Side.